Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to another auction update for Coins of the Realm. If you don't know who Coins of the Realm are, they are one of the best auction houses here in the United Kingdom. A fantastic company with 0% buyer's premium. Yes, you heard that right, 0% buyer's premium. What you bid is what you pay, with the exception of postage. It's a very, very competitive rate. And they're also really good if you're selling as well, with a 10% flat rate fee. Really good company. I've been a customer of theirs for a very long time, and they've been a sponsor on this channel for a while now. I've even met the owners, Dan and Louise. They are very good at what they do and a very good company as well. So go and check them out. Links in the description box below. I'd highly recommend you get their app. The app is super easy to use, and you can sit on the sofa and swipe to your heart's content as all the coins go by in the live bidding part of the auction, which will be this weekend at 7 p.m. 26th of April. I would encourage you to register to bid ahead of the auction itself, just in case you need to put a few details in to get registered. Well worth doing. You can place bids now before the auction goes live as well. So a whole host of things. Let's go and dive in and have a look and see what is up for grabs this time. 129 lots. We're not going to look at every single one. What I tend to do though is I always go in here and I see sovereigns. Sovereigns. Love my sovereigns. I always want to see what special sovereigns are out there, to see whether or not there are any that are going to add to my collection. We've got an 1817 sovereign. You don't see very many of these around, and this is a pretty nice example. Worn, yes, but this will be a great way to get the quintessential year date. I mean, it's not the quintessential one because the 1819 is the kind of key date, but 1817 is the first year that it came about. So a really, really good, nice piece to have there. So that's just the first piece. There's loads of other bits in here as well. We've got some graded sovereigns. This is one of the newest ones, the reverse proof coins here. Interesting to see where this ends up in terms of price and premium, because we've now out of that sort of hype period from the Royal Mint when there were a lot of people just buying to flip immediately. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. This is a very, very interesting coin. Proof 65, one of the highest out there. Not in the top pop, but one of, as you can see, only 2 graded higher. So it's in the top 5 at least of coins. So an incredible piece, an incredible coin. Not within my realms to collect, but you can just see how good these older sovereigns really were. A stunning piece. So this one already at 10 times what spot value would be for a beautiful coin. So a really, really nice piece indeed, with a really nice provenance. We should also mention the provenance. This is Pay family collection, if I'm pronouncing that right. So really, really cool. So we've got some other modern sovereigns in here. Always worth keeping an eye out on modern sovereigns, especially old proof sovereigns, because there is a good market for buying proof sovereigns that are ungraded. And if you get lucky and get them in PF70s, you get a nice bit of a windfall. And I'm sure we're going to see a few of the PF70s in here as well from some of the older ones that maybe some people have already been grading and sending off. Like old 2002s, these just are, they're beautiful coins, absolutely stunning. One of my favorite years, and these always get good money. So we'll see where those end up. We've even got here a 1902 matte proof sovereign, really, really good coin. Top pop, not quite top pop, only 1 graded higher. So the second highest population or highest grade in the population of coins. But here you go. Here's some of the examples of the older sovereigns at PF70s. These 1995s will do very well. The 1987 half will do very well, I'm sure. And then as we go throughout the rest of the sovereigns, we can just see that there's a whole array of different year dates. One thing I really like about Coins of the Realm is that they often get quite a lot of ungraded sovereigns in, which is nice for me because I have some graded sovereigns, but I like my collection to be an ungraded collection. I prefer that way, and also you end up paying less overall, in my opinion, because you're not having to pay a premium for a really great coin in a great condition. So there's the sovereigns. I think we just have to go back out and now have a look and see what else is out there in the auction, because there are some silvers. There are some old Royal Mint silvers here. I say old Royal Mint, I mean we're looking back to 2017, the Great Canute coin, which is always a nice one to look at. We got some, in fact, there was some really good ones here. So if we do estimate high to low, there was some, that's low to high, not high to low. Oh, hang on, it's not doing it right. Oh, a bit of feedback for Coins of the Realm. Your little high to low thing's not working. But there was, or is, a Merlon coin from the Royal Mint, I think, in here somewhere. So let's just go through and see if we can find it. Because, I told you, there it was. The Great Engraver's beautiful coin here. This is absolutely stunning. So this is another one of those coins which was on my radar but just wasn't quite within the budget to buy a 2-ounce gold with the premium on top. It's just beautiful, stunning piece, and that design, that matte finish, I think looks great. I haven't seen one in person yet. It's a little bit out of my price range still in terms of budgets, but some really nice pieces there. Old 50p proof coins, those you can pick up at right bargains now. They used to be the talk of the town, but they're now less popular. At the moment, a 2026 proof set, well underneath asking price, or asking price from the Royal Mint. Really nice set, that, and I've got one of those as well. I think it's a great one for the new first year of the gold now rather than the rose gold. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Again, we've got more gold 50p's. You'll note that the vast majority of coins in these auctions tend to be gold or premium numismatic silver. You don't get a lot of bullion in these types of auctions. And there's a good reason for that, because even with the 10% seller's fees, which is an incredibly competitive rate for selling, by the way, that's always going to be factored in. And if you're buying bullion silver at the moment, or selling bullion silver at the moment, depending on what it is, you're not really likely to get much more than 10% over spot price. So your net return is going to be basically spots. You might as well just sell it to a bullion dealer or on one of the social media platforms yourself. So you tend to find a lot more gold in these types of auctions. But you know what? There's some beautiful pieces here and some really nice ones. Even some old big coin collections. So there's definitely like stuff in here which has got potential resale value. It's always worth having a bit of a research before you start bidding on items, though, is what I would say. So we can see a stunning array of coins within this auction, and I would highly recommend you go and check it out sooner rather than later, because if you get in early, oh, this is one of the ones that was right at the top part of the auction. This is a very unique piece and something that you won't see a lot of. Very nice piece indeed. The Vice Admiral Sir Barry Nigel Wilson was highly distinguished Royal Navy officer, and he got this medal. Fantastic. Graded as well. Oh, you know, it always annoys me a little bit when it's not perfectly centered on the grading. Oh, I suppose it's sort of almost perfectly centered on the grading for the Queen's effigy, but anyway. Really nice piece, really great auction. Go and check it out. Links in the description box below. Thank you to Coins of the Realm for their very generous sponsorship of our channel. And if you guys are interested in consigning items to them, you can find their details on the website here, but you can also give them a call anytime. They've got a free phone number, and you can just talk through what it is. They're not the kind of company that will just take anything and try and sell you their services. They will advise what the best things are to sell, and they are really good. So go and check them out. Links in the description box below. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. As always, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.